Hi, welcome back to the channel. This is Dad Who Does. Today we're working on a dreaded job called the heater core replacement. I haven't seen any videos focusing on the 2008 through 2013 Chevy Silverado or Sierra with the LTZ package. That's the one where the vents are on the top instead of the vents on the side of the radio. I understand that it's very time consuming, but not technically challenging, so I was actually putting this off for a long time because I haven't been looking forward to the time investment it's going to take. But it suddenly turned cold here in Texas, and I've got to get this done in a hurry now. So let's get to it. So this is the biggest problem of the whole deal with the LTZ or SLT. You've got this center console here, and clearly the air handling unit can't come out with the center console here. I mean, there's no way. And to get the center console out, you got to take the seats out. Take the seats out. There's 8 bolts. I mean, it's not that hard, and maybe that's the way to go. So you folks tell me, what would you rather do? Would you rather take the 8 bolts out that hold down the seats, take the seats out, take the center console out, take the subwoofer out that's under the center console, or would you rather just try to get this up and over the center console here? So the route I decided to go was to try to get this up and over, maybe because I'm by myself today and I don't feel like, the weight of these seats is like unbearable, and I just want someone to help me move the dash. So let me show you what I'm doing here. So the first thing we need to do is, I'm going to call this the air handling unit. The dash is separate from the unit. So when I pull the dash out, just this piece here will come out. But once I get that out, then I'm going to take the air handling unit out. And it'll be easier to take off some of this paneling here now instead of waiting when the dash is precariously, positioned. So let's do that now. So I'm going to start by pulling this piece off here. And unfortunately, to get this off, we've got to get a screwdriver in here, pop up the hook. I'll show you more on the other side how to do that. For now, let's just get her done. Oh, there we go. Great. Got that piece out. So this right here is the subwoofer. This ain't gonna move, but still we've got to get this up and over this piece here. And it may make things easier to take off this cover to the air handling unit, and that's not easy. To do that, we've got to take out 3 7mm screws. The one back here is probably the hardest. Let's start with that one. It's right here. Okay, so that was the hardest one right there. And it wasn't even that long, but my goodness. All right, let's see if we can find the next one here. Right there. All right, here's the next one. And then the last one right there. Right there. Okay, and then with all 3 out, you can pull this piece down. Oh, brother, there we go. Now let's go to the other side. All right, coming over to the other side, we can see on the driver's side under the dash here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this piece here. And we do that by pulling right here. 2 clips there. And then to get it out of the top though, that's actually the most problematic. And let me see, I know that y'all aren't gonna be able to see too well here, but let me try to zoom in a little bit. So there's like a hook in here, and the best way to get the hook out is to take a long screwdriver here with a wide flat end, jam the screwdriver down in here, twist the screwdriver to get that up, and then it'll pull out. And the reason that it was so problematic here is right here, this piece right here gets hooked. So we've got to get that up and over when pulling it out. And we can actually slide it quite a ways under between the dash and the center console here. So I'm going to slide it up as far as possible. There we go. And then spread it out like that. And there we go. Now we've got a blanket that will protect as much as possible the seats, the center console, etc. All right, let's take these kick panels off right here. So these here were 7s, and then this one right here, that's a 10. All right. Cool. Here we go. Okay, so check it out. So in order to get this out, we're supposed to take this out and this out because the A-pillar cover is poking into the dash right here. So I'm gonna pry off this guy here. Pop it out here. $10mm. Great. Don't pull it too hard just yet. You got a wire attached. Right here's where our speaker is attached. And done. Okay, now we'll do it over here. Oh, that one's a 7. Okay. And there we go. I caught it. And then I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's already a crack right there. Oh yeah, this thing is like ready to come up. Let's see here. And there's already a crack right here. Oh my, that sucker just cracked right out. Let us not forget to undo this. I don't want to stress the cable. Here we go. And there we go. All right, let me take out the 10mm now. See if I can get at it with this angle adapter. God bless these angle adapters. Okay, now there's 2 7s here in the middle. And then there's one here where there's a grounding wire, and unfortunately I need to use a C-wrench. And there we go. I heard that you don't want it to rotate once you disconnect it, so. All right, there's a bolt about right there that we need to get at, and so I'm gonna pull up the, partially pull this up. I don't need to take it all the way out, just enough to get this up and out of the way, and then I can put that back down. There we go, push that back down, and we got that sucker out. Cool, and then now I need to get in here and get this single rivet out. So here we go. Okay, now I'm on the driver's side looking at the underside of the dash. I'm just gonna slide this piece out right here. Oh goodness. Okay. Oh yes. And away she comes. Okay. So now we're gonna take out the steering wheel column. So it's a 13 on this side and a 15 on the other side. It's a 15mm here. Oh yeah, there's definitely some Loctite on there. Check this out. So this is the steering column, and you can literally just push this down until it pops out, and there it is. Okay, so we got that sucker out. All right, so we'll take off the side panel here. Okay, so the question here is when I start pulling this stuff out, what is gonna start, what's attached to the body that's gonna really start pulling here? can just give these guys some length here. Let's see if I pull this out. Pull this out. Okay, come on. Whew. Pull this out. Here we go. Okay, now looking under the dash here, let's see if we can't get some room here and see what's what. The 3 on this side need to come out. The 3 on this side can stay. So the green, black, and gray. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Okay, cool. That's great. Okay, well, I've loosened up a fair amount of wire here. You know, as I mentioned before, these 3 over here, disconnected. This guy right here. Just did the bottom 2 on this big panel right here. Just the bottom 2. And then kind of took apart some of these push clips here so that it's much looser here. And especially down in here, really like took this off the wall. And I think I might disconnect the hood latch release just to give this wire some more room. Okay, and I took the 13 millimeter, took that off. As long as I got my 13 here, let's go ahead and take these 13 millimeter. Cool. Up and over, and we're done with that. Off this side. Okay, now I'm on the passenger side, and I just need to undo all these bad boys here. Here. That. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Uh-oh. Okay, I think it would make a lot of sense to try to disconnect these wires here. And then I'm going to do my best to get in here and disconnect. Looks like there's another 10 millimeter grounding strap here. So I'm going to take it out. Great. Well, now there's 2 13 millimeter bolts that I need to get out. It's easiest to show it through the window, so one is right there. This is very much on the driver's side. The other one is also on the driver's side, right there. So we're going to take these 2 out right now. Good Lord, it's going to be so hard to get these back in. Ooh, that's a long one. No wonder it took so long to get out. Oh, well, it would help if I put it in right. There we go. Okay, it seems to me like it would be the prudent thing to do to detach this. Press on both of these at the same time. There we go. Cool. That was easy. And then this, I assume, is a antenna attachment. Cool. Okay, now we're going to remove these 2 13 millimeter bolts. Do not remove these 10 millimeters here. And I'm not going to take these out all the way because this whole thing is probably going to fall out if I do. So I'm going to take them out part of the way. Yep, she definitely loosened up. Now let's go to the other side. All right, same story over here. Remove the 13 millimeter bolts, not all the way, and do not touch the 10s. Yeah. Okay, bolts out. All right, I'm ready. You think it's stuck on something? Preventing it from coming out more. Here, let's switch sides because this side seems easy.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, it's definitely something stuck. I don't know how much farther does it need to come though. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, you got space over here. Is this the side you need to get to?
Yeah, it was always going to be at an angle. I'm just curious, like,
how much of an angle do you need?
What's keeping it from coming further?
Yeah. I'm not seeing anything.
Here, let me get under. As it turns out, it's never going to rest on it. The center console is going to hold it up.
All right, I got it. Here you go. Come here.
Oh, okay.
It was that centerpiece there.
Okay, so my neighbor came along and helped me, and we got it. Cool, so then on this side, as you can see, it's actually pretty much resting on the center console and a little bit on this seat. So I didn't end up needing an egg crate, but I think what's interesting on this side is that you can take this dash out without actually undoing anything under the hood. Okay, so now we're under the hood, obviously. So first things first, I'm gonna remove this piece here, then the battery, and then get down to the AC stuff. Cool. Battery get out time. Cool. Positive. Since it's not grounded, it shouldn't matter if I hit the body. Doesn't matter now, because the negative has been disconnected. There we go. All right, let's see if we can get in here without losing our 13mm bullet. There we go. Yes, got it. All right, here we go. Oh my God, this thing's way too heavy. I can't do it. It's too heavy. Gonna do it, Captain. We don't have the power. God. My back, my neck, my back. Oh. Great. And since I'm here, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this one out and this one out. I think I heard somewhere that they are very necessary to getting that box out later on, so I'm just gonna take them out now. Okay, so now we got to remove these two bolts here, 13mm. Please note that these lines have already been evacuated, and I actually got something to say about that. I had to pay a shop. They charged $165 just to evacuate the line. I think they took me for a ride. So I don't know if I'm going to be going to that shop anymore. It's under new ownership, so that might be what happened there. Trying to squeak out a profit by taking out on us little guys here. Anyway, since it's been evacuated, let's go ahead and get in there and get at it. Okay, there is a screw where this black strap attaches. There's just no way you're going to be able to see it. I can barely see it myself. What I can say is one of these wires, you've got to pull it straight out and back, like that. Okay, and then that'll expose the 10mm. I can't get this thing off. I think it went. Yes, it did. Fantastic. Unscrew that. There we go. Yay! And then with that, I should be able to pull this a whole heck of a lot farther back. There we go. Cool, and now with that air conditioning piece out of the way, maybe somebody can tell me what that piece is called in the comments. That exposes two bolts, one here, both 10mm. Easily accessible now, so let's go get them. And then this one down here. My bad. There we go. There it is. AC line disconnect tool. Probably one of my least favorite parts is trying to take this quick release. There's nothing quick about it. I'll tell you that right now. So let's see if we can't do this.
One eternity later.
And then there's one screw right here where I'm pointing. That doesn't look to be too bad to get at. I think I can do it here with a minor angle adapter and my 10mm. So let's do it.
Much later.
Okay, and then back in there, wedged between the engine and the firewall, is a bolt, right? It's at the top of the screen. I can't get any closer to it on the camera. I'm not even gonna bother to film trying to get it out because it's probably gonna take me an hour because it's so far back there. So we'll talk to you in a little bit. Oh my gosh, that took 10 minutes, I think, to get it out. Let's see if we can get it with my magnet now. Got it. Oh, and there she is. Finally, to get the air handling unit out, there is a nut that is directly behind the air intake manifold here. So, as you can see, there's this shroud here that prevents you from getting to the back firewall. So you have to come in from behind. And let me actually see if I can show it to you here. Is that stud way back there. You gotta get at that bad boy. Let me get set up and see if we can actually film this. Okay, so what you gotta do is, you can't see me, but I'm lying on my belly on top of the air intake, and I can't see what I'm doing. I'm just reaching in without seeing what I'm doing. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to film this, but I'm gonna try to get your big meaty hands back in here. Get on this guy here. If it looks silly, it's because I'm doing this by feel. And you get the idea. Good luck, because this is the hardest one. I'm gonna go off camera because this is gonna take a year. Oh my God. There was a bolt that was dead center behind the air intake. I had to do it 100% by feel. It probably took 15 minutes to get it out with a ratcheting wrench. Oh God. I hope that's the last one. I can't even get all this wire off, man. Something's happening. It's like wiggling. Oh my God. I think that's it. Okay. Figure out which wires to take off. This is insane. Oh goodness. Well, it ain't coming out. Oh, this is not my day. I don't think I can get this box out, but I'm gonna keep trying because there's nothing else to do. I really am. The dash is resting on the center console, so now I can't get the center console out because the dash is resting on it. So I'm in a pickle here.
1 hour later.
Okay, here she comes. Question is, I can't even get this door open all the way. Let's never do that again. Okay, we're gonna undo this. It looks like the closest I could find is a 7/32 bit. So let's go ahead and pull these bolts out here. 1, 2, 3. Alright, pop the top off. Pop this gasket off here. Let's pull her out and see how she's doing. Oh, there we go. Well, I'll tell you one thing. This guy is soaking. Look at that, squeezing out. squeezing out antifreeze, just pushing on it. That's how drenched it was. Let's look on down in there. Oh yeah, we had a leak for sure. Okay, dear God, let this be the right part. As you can see, I spared no expense. Got the genuine GM part here. Okay, looks good. Looks like a match to me. Cool. Great. I can't wait to get the new one in there and get it fixed and get it right. Okay, I'm just wrapping the new foam around it here. There we go. Great. Let's look deeper in the box. I'd like to just take a moment to discuss where all those bolts were, because oh my God, that was so hard. And it doesn't need to be that hard, you know? So, my recollection is, let's see, so if this is where that AC connected, then I remember there being 2 bolts directly below it, right? And those were not too hard to get at. Once this piece was out, that is. And these ones were behind the battery, so these were also not too terribly bad. This would be a nut, this would be a bolt. So I remember taking those out and not being too terribly put out by those. Then we come over here, this is where it got funky. I don't know that these are even gonna go back in. This one was ever so slightly behind the engine. It wasn't too bad. I used an angle adapter on it. So this one was directly behind the air intake. Could not see it. I had to do this 100% by feel with a ratcheting crescent wrench, I guess it's called. 10 millimeter. I don't think I'm gonna put this one back on. Or if I do, I'm gonna hand tighten it, because oh my God, it was almost impossible to get at. This one was also super hard and came in with an angle adapter, and it's basically directly behind the engine. Like, these two are basically, couldn't be any more farther behind the engine and really hard to get at. So I don't know that I'm even gonna try to put these 2 back. It's just so hard. Put this one back, put these 4 back, 1, 2, 3, 4, and call it good. Because oh my God, it was just too much work to get these 2 out. All right, look at this. I stuck in, you know, the hose. Look at these holes here. Look at all these holes. How did that happen? How did all those holes get there? What happened? That's a mystery. Wow. Look at all those holes. Can someone please tell me how this happened? How did this happen? Look at that hole. How did this happen? How did this get wrinkled like this? And develop all these? How did this happen? I must know. Now my last question is, does it matter which one goes where? Like, which one goes on the left, which one goes on the right? Or it just doesn't even matter? All right, let's plug them in, baby. Okay, that's on. Feels a little loose, if I'm being honest. Okay, that one's on too. So hopefully that's it. All right, let's start it up and see what happens. I don't see any leaking. I think we're good. Okay, let me add in just a smidge of Dex Cool. Cool. Okay, that's full. Let's see if we can get some heat out of this thing. That on. Crank it up. Alright, I'm just feeling it out, see if we can get any heat out of this thing. Gotta let the engine warm up here. I'll come back once the engine's warmed up. Check that out. We're finally off the 0. Oh yeah, we're getting heat out of this bad boy. I dig it. Definitely getting heat out of that sucker. That's great. Alright folks, well that's a wrap. If you got something out of this, please, would you smash that like button? Or better still, hit that subscribe button. That's how we make more videos. Until next time, this is Dad Who Does.